Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today let's talk about this particular storage solution, Western Digital MyCloud Duo, and why I kind of don't recommend it at all. Well guys, let's actually categorize the points that I'm talking about into three major areas. One is functionality, technical issues, and third one being the support. So let's talk about functionality and why as to I don't think that this product is actually that worth. So this product is called as a cloud solution for storage, but it doesn't do all what you expect a storage solution to offer, like pretty much acting as a NAS, right? You cannot just take a backup of your laptop or phone directly. You cannot try to kind of mount any volume out of this particular device directly as a file share, as a SMB share directly onto your laptop. Either it could be a Windows or Linux. You cannot just do that. It always has to pass through their solution of a web interface, like either through the phone or through an app which is basically designed for both Windows and Mac, and as well as Android and iOS. So it always has to go through that particular application to kind of make sure you get into this particular device and start using it. So that is really a big blocker if in case you're just considering this as a pretty much a storage solution. Then this is a big no. You cannot use it as a storage server to provision disks or volumes or SMB shares directly, as the OS running on this particular device is purely fine-tuned basically to just go through all of their access through their application or through web app. So it kind of nullifies that this is not purely a NAS kind of a solution or a storage solution that you would be considering to just take a backup of your laptop or your phone or any other files pretty much straight out of the mobile app. You cannot just do that. It's always through the application, as I've stated away. And user who want to access this data from their device should always create an account with the Western Digital MyCloud solution. So it, as I said, it always has to go to the app or go to their web interface or basically system based application. You always have to have a user account created, and without that it just kind of doesn't allow you to access. This actually sucks because you cannot expect everyone to just keep creating an account to access some file. Instead it should be just like a file share, click and share kind of a link that as of today we have on majority of the cloud storage solutions like Google Cloud or Hotmail or OneDrive, right? Because that is something more user friendly rather than just kind of installing the app and then kind of going through all that hassles. It kind of really uh, is a big issue in my opinion. And one more major thing that I would like to kind of point out is that if you want to directly access these drives, like you can just kind of peel this lid up and you will have access to the two drives, and you can just pull them out one by one, but you cannot just use it on your laptop. Like just bringing a SATA cable and plugging it into your laptop will kind of not open that drive at all. That's because this is basically a customized NAS solution. That means they have kind of fine-tuned a lot of things on this particular product, and you cannot just kind of do that as easily as you would kind of do with a traditional NAS solution. So I've tried using this particular drives even on my laptop or a Windows based and as well as iOS or a Mac solution. It kind of just doesn't uh, open there. So I don't know how I could actually do that, because I actually copied a lot of files from my phone and as well as my laptops to this particular device expecting that it will be there. But unfortunately, before I could even pull them back to just send it back to their team to just kind of start the refund, it kind of broke out. That's something that I'm going to talk about in next topic. Well, that's the technical issues. So now that's a major thing, right? Technical usability is the key thing. Now I have a pretty good internal Wi-Fi network in home using 3-band Wi-Fi for extra speed and low latency. To cut out all of those issues, I kind of upgraded my Wi-Fi solution across the home. But even with that kind of a high-speed Wi-Fi solution, and you're not even going through the network, right? It's just like internal Wi-Fi. and even that is like pretty much very bad experience. I've tested this in my office room, which is not even like 20 feet away from my Wi-Fi router or a NAS place shelf, with, and this even was directly connected to the Ethernet port, and it just kind of keep dropping the packets, and it just kind of gets stuck, and it kind of doesn't proceed any further, and that's really a big problem. I've just tested it with a 2 GB file, and for every few seconds it kind of gets hung or doesn't respond, and I had to go to the folder through the Explorer, and that too after you only log in to that Western Digital Cloud Solution app, and you have to kind of go inside that particular NAS folder and just try to refresh it. That's when that copy kind of proceeds further, and again after a few seconds it kind of just gets stuck, and that is a real big no. It's just a 2 GB file, guys, and I just imagine if I start pushing so much of data, like this thing has 16 terabytes of capacity, and just imagine filling up that 8 TB total volume drive itself is like a big issue if in case I continue facing this issue. Now, after seeing all of these issues, like I was thinking to just return this back because I'm not liking it the way it kind of behaves. So I started RMA request to their team, and I did it through their web app or web based shopping site, and fortunately it did create an RMA request, but soon after I created RMA, I think it was not even like a week that it broke off, and it kind of stopped responding. And when I just plug it on, I'll just show you what exactly I'm facing the issue with. When I plug in the cable, it just kind of makes a lot of fan sound, and it kind of doesn't turn on. There's no lighting here, and it just kind of keeps making that loud sound continuously until unless I just remove that device. I don't know what exactly is the issue, but it just kind of stopped working, and I cannot connect to it, cannot kind of use it directly through my web interface. It says it's pretty much devices offline, and I tried troubleshooting it a lot, like removing the drives out of the enclosure, and tried putting those drives to my laptop to see if it was really a drive issue, but unfortunately I cannot explore, as I said, and that kind of brought me to a standstill that this product is no longer usable. Well, that was the second thing, technical issues, and now let's talk about the major thing that I'm like worried about is the support, right? So looking at all of this RMA request trouble that I was facing, and as well as the device stopped working as soon as I raised an RMA, I tried contacting the support to just make sure that they are aware that I'm not sending a product kind of making it corrupted or something on my end, and it just stopped working as soon as I raised an RMA. So what I did is I contacted this support, and I informed them that hey, this is what has happened, that this device kind of stopped responding as soon as I raised an RMA. So I just want to let you know that this is broken well ahead, before even I started using it fully. And so what actually happened is, so now when I went to the support informing that this device is down, after I raised an RMA, uh, the support guy said, hey, can you create one more RMA request for it, or create an RMA request, because he's not able to see any RMA on this particular device from his tools. So I was like a little worried, and that's when I started asking him to check why I'm not able to or why they are not able to see the RMA that got generated for this device, and just update it accordingly so that I can just send it back. And unfortunately, since he's not able to look up this particular RMA number that got generated automatically, he's not able to kind of map or update the tickets or update the RMA status stating that the device is broken, within that 30-day period, or within a week after raising the RMA. And now it's just kind of lost. The ticket is not getting updated. I've been like following up with them quite regularly, asking, hey, what can I do, or how can I send this back? If I send it back with the same RMA number which got generated, and if it is not lookable on their side, I will not get the refund, because they don't know who is sending this device, except that they'll be having my phone or email address on my address on the RMA on the UPS label, but that wouldn't give any insights to them as to why I'm actually returning this product. Is it a defective product? Is it just that I didn't like it? So that is something I'm worried about, because they may not be able to kind of refund me the amount that I spent on this particular device, and because this RMA number is not lookable in their tools. So that is really a big point that kind of lost my hopes on this particular product. And as well, the guy who was working with me said he will be contacting the support or the engineering team internally who actually manage this tool and all, and I haven't heard back from him ever since. And it's just kind of so much frustrating that even without any data, you're not getting the support that you are expecting, because you're buying a storage solution, guys. This is a really important point, as to when you sell a storage solution, it should be pretty much good in regards to the support, because I moved a couple of my important files from my laptop to this, and it's kind of broke up. But fortunate enough that those files were still in my recycle bin, so I kind of just re-pulled it back. That is something that I did pretty good job of not deleting those files. I still had them in recycle bin, so I just had to kind of restore it from there, and luckily I got saved. But imagine if you just kind of moved all of the 8 TB of, or at least like a TBs of data from your personal laptop or storage, or basically any kind of format. If you kind of put all those data from your personal devices on this, and just imagine or expect that this would be up and you will be getting all the support that you would need when things don't work as expected, then the answer is no. Based on this observation, it just kind of so frustrating, and I'm like really pissed off with this particular product now. So that's it, guys. That was a whole video about this particular Western Digital MyCloud Duo solution and why I kind of don't recommend it. And if you have a similar experience, just let me know in the comments below. And if you just go search around on YouTube about this particular Western Digital MyCloud solution, you'll see so many customers just like breaking up their device to just access those drives and start using it as a normal drive instead of as a cloud-based storage solution. If you have any comments, then just post them in the comment section below. And if you have any questions as well, please proceed further. I'll try to answer them as much as possible. And with that, I will go ahead and end this video. And I hope you have liked this, and take care. Bye.